See where this is going. The trajectory is very, very clear here. When you have a circumstance with a drought that's lasted as long as it has, this is the rain season, or it's about to be the end of it down in South-Amexem and Central-Amexem. Well, that rain season will come back in about 6 to 7 months, give or take. However, a drought has impacted in the rain season, which is not a new phenomenon on this planet. However, it is a new phenomenon considering where it's happening and its impact upon the Central-Amexem-Canal. So now you got all these vessels that generally would go through the canal. Uh, they're too heavy. They have so many containers on them. You can't float them like that. They're getting deeper and deeper into the water. They're sitting lower and lower, which means their draft is deeper and deeper, which means they can't get through. There's not enough water underneath the keel. So the tankers, with all that liquefied natural gas and all that oil and all that diesel fuel, they can't float through the canal now. They have to sail around South-Amexem, which means it costs more for anything that's in those vessels. If you got containers that got to sail around South-Amexem, it's going to cost more. If you got natural gas liquefied, it's going to cost more. If you've got diesel fuel or oil, it's going to cost more because you got to pay the crews. You're adding several thousand miles to your travel, nautical miles, depending on where the vessel is going. That means it's going to cost more. And I know most folks run away and go, what's it got to do with us? And you and I both know they're going to feel it when they go to the store. The increase in the transportation cost shows up on the prices of things they pay locally on the ground. So when folks think that things are not interconnected across this planet, they are sadly mistaken. And most of our kith and kindred are in survival mode. They don't think beyond 20 minutes. They don't see how all this impacts them. One of the good things, though, is there's a renewal of particular attitudes that say you have to localize your supply chains. So what they call globalization, they ran their experiment. They did what they could while they could. The Russia-Ukraine war scenario changed up a lot. Parties were forced to look at particular realities. And certain things are a problem. One of them, petroleum and natural gas, is the other. Yeah, we already know that. We discussed those things. But they also have to take into account what's happening with food that gets shipped all across the planet. All these things, some of them go through the canals, some of them don't. But the canal is one issue, and the cost of fertilizer is the other. In between those two aspects, you're going to see problems occur, and parties have to adjust, or they're going to pay the price for failing to see and failing to act accordingly.